Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtaki. So, continuing with our discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 16, how Parikshit Maharaj received the age of Kali. Text number 5 onwards. Shaunakuvacha kasya hetur nijgraha kalim digvijay nripaha nirideva chinna dhrik shrudra koso gam yah padahanat tat khatyata mahabhaga yadi krishna kathashrayam. Shaunak Rishi inquired, why did Maharaj Parikshit simply punish him, since he was the lowest of the Shudras, having dressed as a king and having struck a cow on the leg? Please describe all these incidents if they relate to the topics of Lord Krishna. So they are asking, because Maharaj Parikshit saw Kali personified hitting the legs of cow and the bull, who were representing Dharma and Mother Earth. So they are asking, why did he just punish him? And they're saying, if these topics relate to Lord Krishna, please describe in detail. If they don't relate to Krishna, we don't want to hear about it. So that's how careful Shaunak Rishi and all the sages were over there. Purport. Shaunak Rishi and the rishis were astonished to hear that the pious Maharaj Parikshit simply punished the culprit and did not kill him. So why he did not kill him? Why he just didn't take his sword and cut off the head? This suggests that a pious king like Maharaj Parikshit should have at once killed an offender who wanted to cheat the public by dressing like a king and at the same time daring to insult the purest of the animals, a cow. The rishis in those days, however, could not even imagine that in the advanced days of the age of Kali, the lowest of the Shudras will be elected as administrators and will open organized slaughterhouses for killing cows. Anyway, although hearing about a Shudra who was a cheat and insulter of a cow was not very interesting to the great rishis, they nevertheless wanted to hear about it, to see if the event had any connection with Lord Krishna. They were simply interested in the topics of Lord Krishna, for anything that is dovetailed with the narration of Krishna is worth hearing. There are many topics in the Bhagavatam about sociology, politics, economics, cultural affairs, etc. But all of them are in relation with Krishna, and therefore all of them are worth hearing. Krishna is a purifying ingredient in all matters, regardless of what they are. In the mundane world, everything is impure due to its being a product of the three mundane qualities. The purifying agent, however, is Krishna. So if anything, although material, if it is related to Krishna, then it becomes pure. If it is not, no matter how seemingly pure it has no value for at least for devotees. And they were very interested in finding out why didn't Maharaj Parikshit kill this person, Kali, who was hurting the cow and the bull. Text 6. अथवास्य पदाम भोजम करंदलिहाम सताम किमन्य सदा लापरायुषो यत् सद्वययः. The devotees of the Lord are accustomed to licking up the honey available from the lotus feet of the Lord. What's the use of topics which simply waste one's valuable life? Just like in other earlier chapter, that word came, the topics which are not related to Hari are like the place of pilgrimage for the crows. Means it's garbage. Crows always go and sit on garbage. So it's like garbage if it is not related to Hari. That's how we should look at it. And look at these rishis. And Shaunak Rishi is saying that the devotees of the Lord are accustomed to licking up the honey available from the lotus feet of the Lord. So lotus feet of the Lord means the devotees are sitting at the lotus feet of the Lord, and they're always discussing the topics of Krishna. So this is the honey that devotees are accustomed to licking up. Means they are really eager. They really relish the katha when it comes from, when it is about Krishna, Krishna's devotees. Of course, we have so much of taste for gossip that we really relish that gossip about anything or everything. If it is gossip, it's really nectar to our ears. But for the real devotees, they say, "What's the use of topics which simply waste one's valuable life?" Like Chanakya Pandit says, "Na, any moment past cannot be purchased even if you give millions and millions of gold coins. And any moment wasted for not which is not used in the service of Hari, which is not used maybe hearing about Krishna, talking about Krishna, in the service of Krishna is a waste, complete wastage. It's gone. And we are so um, such a big donors, we are so danis that we give up so many moments of life just like that. Okay, we give it up. We dan de diya. We have given it up. Charitable, we are so charitably disposed without using it in service of Krishna. We just give it away, give it up. Fine, we'll see it next life. But this is not the right attitude, actually. Lord Krishna and his devotees are both on the transcendental plane. Therefore, the topics of Lord Krishna and of his pure devotees are equally good. The battle of Kurukshetra is full of politics and diplomacy, but because the topics are related with Lord Krishna, the Bhagavad Gita is therefore adored all over the world. There is no need to eradicate politics, economics, sociology, etc., which are mundane to the mundaners. To a pure devotee who is actually related with the Lord, such mundane things are transcendental if dovetailed with the Lord or with his pure devotees. We have heard and talked about the activities of the Pandavas, and we are now dealing with the topics of Maharaj Parikshit. But because all these topics are related to Lord Krishna, they are transcendental, and pure devotees have great interest in hearing them. So this is why these topics become more interesting, because they are all related to Krishna. We have already discussed this matter in connection with the prayers of Bhishma Deva. And in fact, whole Srimad Bhagavatam is like that. Some topic of some devotee, and it is how it is related with Krishna, how Krishna became merciful upon him. Krishna or Krishna's incarnations or Krishna's expansions, same thing. So it's all related to Krishna. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the topmost Purana. Our duration of life is not very long, and there is no certainty of when we shall be ordered to leave everything for the next stage. Thus, it is our duty to see that not a moment of a life is wasted in topics which are not related with Lord Krishna. Any topic, however pleasant, is not worth hearing if it is devoid of its relation to Krishna. The spiritual planet Golok Vrindavan, the eternal abode of Lord Krishna, is shaped like the whole of a lotus flower. Even when the Lord descends on any of the mundane planets, he does so by manifesting his own abode as it is. Thus, his feet remain always on the same big world of the lotus flower. His feet are also as beautiful as a lotus flower. Therefore, it is said that Lord Krishna has lotus feet. So, what Prabhupada is saying that even when Krishna comes here in the mundane world, material world, to perform his pastimes, he brings his spiritual world here. Just like Bhagavad Gita says, no? Krishna appears by his own internal potency. So his dham also appears along with him, where he's going to perform his pastimes. It is said that Krishna never takes a step out of Vrindavan. Means his dham is always there with him. So why the lotus flower? Because lotus flower, although it seems to be in the material world, but it's not of the material world. It never touches the material. And he brings his dham, and he leaves his dham here, even though he unmanifests himself. For some time, he leaves his dham here for us to get benefited, for us to go there, get our batteries charged, get some idea about what Krishna's real dham would be, get some inspiration, get some energy when we go there. That is the idea why he leaves his dham here. And also why by going to dham, by going to the places where he performed so many pastimes, we can really relive those pastimes. And Krishna, he's always there in his dham. He is unmanifested, but he can manifest in front of our eyes. What's so difficult for him? It's just we are not pure enough. We don't have that mode of surrender. We don't have that mode of bhakti for him. So he doesn't show himself to us. But so many acharyas, so many Babaji, so many devotees, they have had personal experience of Krishna, Srimati Radharani being there. It's just we have to have our eyes clean enough for us to see him. A living being is eternal by constitution. He is, so to speak, in the whirlpool of birth and death due to his contact with material energy. Freed from such material energy, a living entity is liberated and is eligible to return home back to Godhead. Those who want to live forever without changing their material bodies should not waste valuable time with topics other than those relating to Krishna and his devotees. So this is the condition for us, that those who want to live forever without changing their material bodies, means a devotee, when he keeps on performing bhakti, he can go back home, back to Godhead in this very self same body, because the body will become completely spiritual. So they should not waste valuable time with topics other than those relating to Krishna and his devotees. So that's all we have to do. It's so simple. See, Bhagavatam, it's so simple. Just by hearing it with attention, with faith, this is a Shrutifal of Bhagavatam, that one can attain love for Krishna by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam with faith and devotion and attention. Maharaj Parikshit did, Dhundukari did, and so many other devotees have done. and the Bhagavatam has become, like in Bhagavatam it is said that because Shukdev Goswami touched with his lips, so it became more relishable. But for us, it became even more relishable because Srila Prabhupada has written his commentaries on it. Without Prabhupada's commentary, if we had just had the shlokas, I don't think we would be able to understand anything or relish anything. Now with Prabhupada's commentaries, it has become even more relishable. We can spend whole life reading Srimad Bhagavatam. And then when we get tired of Bhagavatam, then Chaitanya Charitamrita is there. Now we can read Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is even more sweet because so many pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. Of course, nobody wants to read Bhagavad Gita because it's all philosophy. So much of philosophy is there. So nobody wants to read Bhagavad Gita. But even if somebody wants to read Bhagavad Gita, if it reads Bhagavad Gita with faith, with attention, every chapter of Bhagavad Gita can give us liberation. Every chapter. It can get us connected with Krishna. So that's why these beautiful scriptures are there. For us to just read them and spend our time with Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita or Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is what Prabhupada had said, that when he came to America, or when he was on his way to America, all he had was 2 boxes full of Srimad Bhagavatam. and one copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So 40 days it took him on by ship. He was coming from India to America. On ship, he had seasickness, he was vomiting, he was sick, really, he had fever. He was cooking for his own because there was no 40 days, there was no like catering service available on the ship. But he said, I was completely at peace because I had Srimad Bhagavatam with me. And he was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita all the time. So this is the potency of this literature. Of course, people say that's all mythology, but let them say it's mythology. For us, it is non-different from Krishna. Actually, it is non-different from Krishna. So the devotees, they don't like to waste time when in topics other than those related to Krishna. Text 7. Kshudrayusham nranamanga martyanamritam ichchatam yeho pahuto bhagavan mrityu shamitra karmani. O Sud Goswami, there are those amongst men who desire freedom from death and get eternal life. They escape the slaughtering process by calling the controller of death Yamraj. The living entity, as it develops from lower animal life to a higher human being and gradually to higher intelligence, becomes anxious to get free from the clutches of death. Modern scientists try to avoid death by physiochemical advancement of knowledge. But alas, the controller of death, Yamaraj, is so cruel that he does not spare even the very life of the scientist himself. The scientist who puts forward the theory of stopping death by advancement of scientific knowledge becomes himself a victim of death when he is called by Yamaraj. But to speak of stopping death, no one can enhance a short period of life, even by a fraction of a moment. The only hope of suspending the cruel slaughtering process of Yamraj is to call him to hear and chant the holy name of Lord. So the only hope of suspending the cruel slaughtering process of Yamraj is to call him to hear and chant the holy names of the Lord. Because he is a devotee. He came as Vidura, and Viduraji is a Mahabhagavat. Yamraj himself is a Mahajan. So if we call him to chant and hear holy name of Krishna or hear Srimad Bhagavatam, he can stop taking, or he can at least suspend the death part of a devotee. Yamraj is a great devotee of the Lord, and he likes to be invited to kirtans and sacrifices by the pure devotees who are constantly engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. Thus, the great sages, headed by Shaunak and others, invited Yamraj to attend the sacrifice performed at Naimisharanya. This was good for those who did not want to die. So I had forgotten this purport. So they had invited Yamraj to attend the sacrifice at Naimisharanya. Wow. In fact, you all must be knowing how Nityanand Prabhu, Lord Nityananda, he bestowed his mercy on Jagai and Madhai. So without going in the detail of that pastime, how he bestowed his mercy, um, like Jagai and Madhai, Nityanand Prabhu, Haridas Thakur, they were preaching. So Jagai and Madhai, one day, Nityanand Prabhu again going back to them that you should chant the holy names of Krishna. And Jagai and Madhai, although they were Brahmins earlier, but they were become like ruffians with the wrong association. So when Nityanand Prabhu went back again, so Madhai picked up a pot of stone. It wasn't just earthen pot. It was really heavy, really strong pot in which liquor was kept, and he hit it with full force on the head of Nityanand Prabhu. Jagai and Madhai, they were not just big guys who were drunkards. They were also murderers. They were rapists. They had committed all sorts of crimes. They were very strong bodied. And the Madhai hit Nityanand Prabhu with full force with that depart. And Nityanand Prabhu started bleeding. Madhai wanted to hit him again. Although Nityanand Prabhu, although he was bleeding, but he was still asking them, okay, what have you done? Fine. Now please chant the name of Gauranga. Madhai got really disturbed, really angry, and he wanted to hit Nityanand Prabhu again. But Jagai stopped him. He said, no, 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 no. Look, see, although he's bleeding, but he's still pleading you, he's still begging you to take the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's a saint. Just leave him. So meanwhile, devotees ran to the house of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they told Mahaprabhu that this is what has happened. Mahaprabhu came over there. And when he saw Nityanand Prabhu bleeding, he got really angry. He forgot what was his purpose of coming to give mercy. He immediately called for Sudarshan Chakra because he said, I'm going to kill these two rascals right now. How dare they make Nityanand Prabhu bleed? So Sudarshan Chakra came. Obviously, Sudarshan Chakra, when Sudarshan Chakra came, Jagai and Madai, all their nasha just went away. They became sober right away, seeing Sudarshan Chakra. So they fell at the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and asked for mercy. Nityanand Prabhu fell at feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, saying, you promise you're not going to kill any demons in this incarnation. Send your Sudarshan Chakra back. So Mahaprabhu then sent his Sudarshan Chakra back. And then Nityananda Prabhu said, you please forgive them. Mahaprabhu said, I'll forgive Jagai because he stopped Madhai from hitting you. And I'll give him Krishna Prem. Madhai said, we were both accomplices in the same crime. Whatever I did, he did. It's not like I did 80% and he did 20%. We were 50-50. We're equal partners in the crime. How come he got love for Krishna and I don't have? Mahaprabhu told him that because you have committed offense against Nityanand Prabhu, even I cannot forgive you. You beg for forgiveness from Nityanand Prabhu, then I will see. So Nityanand Prabhu also, he is full of mercy. He said, I forgive. I give him all credits of all my pious activities, whatever I have done so far. So it is said the Madhai got more mercy because he got mercy of Nityanand Prabhu and then of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He got more mercy than Jagai did. But then, why this story right now? Seeing Jagai and Madhai like that, and then they got up and then they went to the house of Shiva's Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and everybody started to dance and chant in Kirtan. Now seeing that, Yamrajji, he came over there and he saw that. And his assistant Chitragupta was with him. He asked Chitragupta, okay, give me the database, give me the record of the sinful activities of these two brothers, Jagai and Madhai. Chitragupta said, these two brothers, they are so fallen, so degraded. There's not a single sin, there's not a single crime these two guys hadn't done. And in fact, to keep track of all the sins that they were committing throughout all these years, I had to engage people doing overtime. And my people, they were fed up. They said, we will not work under you if you're going to give us this job of keeping track of sins of Jagai and Madhai. We're going to quit. And Chitragupta said, I had a hard time keeping track of these two guys' sins, list of sins. But now, since Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu had forgiven them, all the data is erased. It's like somebody formatted the whole disk. There's no more data left. Yamraj, hearing the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, and Jagai and Madai, he started dancing in Kirtan. He started dancing. He raised his hands and he was chanting Haribol, Haribol, and he started dancing. It is said that he travels on his bhansa, right? A male buffalo, or whatever it is called. He jumped from that and he had his gada. He threw it away. He started dancing. And Brahmaji was walking by nearby, and he said, "What happened to Yamraji?" Chitragupta told him the whole story. Brahmaji started to dance, looking at the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shivji came by. Shivji started to dance. Narad Muni is always dancing. So he started to dance, seeing everybody is dancing in Kirtan. He forgot where his Veena went. So just to show how Yamrajji, of course, people are so much afraid of Yamrajji, but devotees are not afraid of him. Because he's a Mahabhagavat. He's a Mahajan. He will only do mercy on devotees. Even if the devotees, of course, everybody has to leave the body. But in case of devotees, Yamraji had told in 6th canto, we will read the story of Ajamil. He told his messengers, Yamdutas, do not go near a person who has even once chanted the name of Krishna or Vishnu or any of the incarnations of Krishna. Even once is mistakenly, lovingly, laughingly, or making fun of the name. Even if once he has chanted the name, do not go near him because he doesn't come under my jurisdiction anymore. This is how powerful the name of Krishna is, and this is how devoted Yamrajji is to Krishna. So we are very fortunate by mercy of Prabhupada. We are getting all this information. We are getting to chant the names of Krishna. We are getting to serve Radha Krishna with love and devotion. We're getting to even read Srimad Bhagavatam. Had never even heard of Bhagavatam before came in contact with ISKCON devotees. This is what Prabhupada has done. He has given us a chance to be friendly with Yamarajji. Not friendly, of course, he's a senior, he's Mahajan, we are his servants. So, but without any fear of Yamrajji, we can even leave our bodies. That's mercy of Prabhupada. So we'll stop here. It's already 10:30. So anybody has any questions or comments?
Please don't say we'll stop here. It's very hurtful. I wish we could hear more and more. Thank you, Prabhuji, for
these
taking
topics
this
are like
class.
that. What can I do?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, you said who has chanted one time also Lord's name. So Yamraj won't come. So Vishnu Duta will come for him.
Not necessarily. There are three people. Yamrajji sends Yamdutas for a person who is very sinful. Vishnu or Krishna sends Vishnu Dutas for a person who's a devotee. But then there's a third category who's not sinful but who's not a devotee yet. So he's a pious person. So Yamraji, then he becomes Dharmaraj and he sends Devdut for him, for one who's pious person. So now it depends who is going to come for us.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So,
I haven't heard about the third category.
yeah, because pious people, they don't go to Vaikuntha yet, but they're not going to hell. So somewhere in between.
So Prabhuji, then who goes to hell then? Because hell would otherwise then be empty. Because ideally, if chanting one time is a qualification for not going to hell, I think many people would escape that. So is the hell not
Still, hell
empty?
is full. Still, the hell
Yeah.
is full of people.
So how come that happens
Uh,
then?
it's mercy of Krishna. Krishna really doesn't want us to go to hell, but still it is full. People are going, many people are there, and they are suffering, and there are different kinds. 28 kinds of hell are explained in the Bhagavatam. So,
Maybe we will hear some other day from you, Prabhuji.
yeah, well, when we come to fifth canto, it's towards the end of fifth canto, all the hellish descriptions are there.
So Lord is so merciful. I think He's given us such a simple way to even escape the sense. So what to say?
Yeah,
Chant.
but we make it complicated. Lord is simple, his ways are simple, we make it complicated.
Yes, Prabhuji, indeed.
Just like yesterday we were discussing, anybody who kills a cow, six kind of people, they get implicated, and they have to suffer in the hell for as many years, as many lifetimes as they were here on the body of cow. So there are people who are ready to go to hell.
What happens to these European or Western people who earlier ate uh, cow or beef and then are now devotees?
Oh, all the sins are wiped out.
Uh,
Name of Krishna is more powerful than any sin that even we can think of committing. Forget about committed. That's how powerful the name of Krishna is. One name of Krishna.
uh, is there in Bhagavad Gita also? No, yes, you rightly said, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Well, it's in Prabhupada's purport. It's not from Bhagavad Gita, but Prabhupada has
Yes.
written. So their sins are all gone, long gone. So devotees are not worried about sins. Of course, they don't want to commit sins, but they're not worried about the reaction of sin. They're worried about getting Krishna prem. Whether we are attaining that or not, that is the main point.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, and some time, some other day, in fact, please also spend maybe 15-20 minutes to discuss about Ekadashi and the fasting. Richa Mataji yesterday was inquiring, so I said I will give her the Vaishnava etiquette book, but then maybe
Hare Krishna.
request you, maybe request you sometime to enlighten us further on that as well.
Okay, maybe next Ekadashi, whenever it is, we can discuss about Ekadashi.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you
Hare
all.
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Have a wonderful
Prabhuji,
day. Yes, Mata.
Prabhuji, you have to take one session on chanting. That's still yet pending, Prabhuji. Please, if you can take, it will really
Okay,
help
then.
all of us, Prabhu. Please.
So that will be on a weekend only then, because it will take time.
Yes, yes, yes,
It won't.
yes, Prabhuji. Whenever you are, I mean, okay in doing it, just let us know. We will be interested to know how we can improve on our chanting.
On a Saturday afternoon, Prabhuji will have chanting marathon as well.
Yes.
Maybe you all can meet on Zoom and have chanting session.
Yes, Prabhuji. So that is why I said afternoon, so that even you are not bothered.
Yeah. Okay, sure. One of these days we'll do that.
And we'll learn from Saraswati Mataji as well how she does 25 rounds
No,
regularly.
I don't do, Prabhu. I don't do. I am itself. I am struggling with 16 rounds. I am really. I mean, I want to taste actually the sweetness, but I'm still not yet able to get it. So, in fact, I was speaking to Radha Prabhu yesterday, and I'm really struggling. That's why
E-
I wanted more.
Even after seeing that alligator Mataji on the banks of Ganges. So I think Prabhuji, the second
That's
trip
okay.
is due then. Yeah. Thank you,
Well,
Prabhuji.
Radha Prabhu is ready to take everybody on trips.
No,
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna.
we are waiting for you to come. In
Tiger
June,
and
you
alligator
come
trip.
and we'll go to